When I grow up, I want to be a doctor. I want to work with computers because I like to work.
I want to be a cake baker.
Oranje School for the Deaf was initially an Afrikaans school for deaf children with a mission to have an empowered deaf child. The environment in our school we would like to be comforting, being a home for them. It must be gentle. It must be a place where they can express themselves, being someone that is recognized.
There's no link-ups between the hearing world and the deaf world, although deaf people have to function within our hearing world.
They do not have the language that hearing people have, so they need a tool to make themselves understandable.
I felt that we needed to create something for deaf children in South Africa in their own language. We started the iDeaf project because we really identified that there was a big problem with deaf children's reading skills. We wanted to create something that would make it easier for them to learn. Deaf children learn everything visually, and we had to find an easy and concise way to condense all the information that they needed into one place. And that was one of the reasons why we chose the iPad. It was an intuitive tool. We did not need to teach the children another language to use this tool. They could use their fingers, they could explore and find their way on the iPad. Deaf children are natural signers, and they tend to go towards their sign instead of reading. And we wanted to encourage them to read first, because we need to improve their reading skills.
You just tap the word and they can see, okay, but this is the sign for it.
So we would simplify stories so that it's easier to understand. We'd have highlighted words that we knew the children would struggle with, and we created either an animation if it was an action, or we would use an image to explain that specific word so that we could form in-depth understanding of the story instead of just skimming over it.
They really have bettered themselves. I really think the iPads have changed the kids. My grade 3s, they can read a whole story now by themselves and don't need my help. And that's actually, I actually get goosebumps with it. I don't know, it's amazing.
Initially, we just thought about improving reading skills, and we now find that the children are using the iPads in ways that we never thought of. We can now record them doing sign language interpretations of their own stories, and we've also got the little ones that can now start learning sign language and working with maths and shapes and general language in apps that we didn't even think of.
Using the iPad, these children have a much brighter future. Ultimately, we want to equip them better for a hearing world.
We're working with children who are naturally language users with their hands, and this was just an extension of their own language. When it came to this project and having to deal with all the aspects that we had to enroll into this one concept, nothing else ticked the boxes like an iPad.